Tonight we are going to go ahead and talk about sizing a waste and vent system. This will be the second video for the Uniform Plumbing Code Chapter 7. I went ahead and drew this up. You might recognize a little bit of it during the intro. This is a sample isometric drawing for a waste and vent system. So the first thing you need to do is identify your fixture unit value for each fixture that's in the system. We have the water closets here, the lav, bathtub, kitchen sink, bar sink, lav, water closet, laundry sink, clothes washer, floor clean out, water closet, lav, and shower. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and calculate what our fixture unit values are. We're going to do drainage fixture units for this instead of the water. Water systems, they have a different fixture unit value. So you go to table 702.1. That's located in the Uniform Plumbing Code book. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to blow this up a little bit for you so you can see a better image of what we need to be looking at. Hopefully this works out. We'll zoom in a little bit here. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the water closets first. Now this is a private use, okay? So we can even put up here private use on our drawing here. So we can write private use. Okay, so we're all on the same page. And we're going to use private use. You have minimum size trap and trap arm. That tells you obviously exactly what it says, minimum size trap and trap arm. And then you have private use fixture unit values and public use fixture unit values. And then the list over here of the actual plumbing appliance or fixture. Let's go ahead and start with water closets. When you look at the water closets, you have different types here. 1.6 gallon per flush, gravity tanks. 1.6 gallon per flush flushometer tank, 1.6 gallon per flush flushometer valve. We are going to be using this one right here for everything we do in this particular class, because that is your standard residential type water closet. Over here, I wrote earlier minimum trap size so we don't get confused. And this is obviously for private use here. And we'll go ahead and stay on that column. So over to this, it tells us what our minimum trap and trap arm is. Well, that's 3-inch pipe. And then over here, fixture unit value is 3. Okay, so we go over to our nice little isometric here, and for each water closet, we are going to put a 3.0 right next to it. This water closet over here, we're going to write 3.0. And then this water closet over here, we're going to write 3.0. Now let's take a look at our lavatories. Lavatories are cool because the water system and the waste system are both sized out the same at 1. So each lav is going to be calculated as 1 fixture unit. There. Here. And here. Okay. Now let's take a look at the KS and the BS, the kitchen sink and the bar sink. Since they're both sinks, they're going to fall under this guideline over here where it says sinks. And we are going to use bar sinks. And we have notation 2. Well, what is notation 2? I don't know. Let's go find out. So we scroll down, and it says here that for note 2, it's provide a 2-inch minimum drain. For a bar sink? Why is that? Let's take a look. Ah, here's the reason. It's in this column here, and this column over here is public use. Well, this is a private use bar sink, so we're going to use this guy over here. 1. Fixed unit value for 1. Okay, so we'll remember that. Let's do kitchen sink. Kitchen sink right here, domestic. And that also has notation 2. And notation 2 was what again? Right here, provide a 2-inch minimum drain. So the kitchen sink has to have a 2-inch minimum drain, but it also has an 1.5 inch trap and trap arm. So don't get confused. Just because the trap and trap arm is 1.5 inches doesn't necessarily mean the drain line is also 1.5 inches. In this particular case with the kitchen sink, the waste line or the drain line is 2 inch, but it's also 2 fixture units. So we can go ahead and look at this. Kitchen sink, 2 fixture units. Bar sink, 1 fixture unit. Let's take a look at the bath. The bathtub, right up here. Bathtub. You know, it's weird because the water was 4, but now we have a bathtub and the fixed unit value is only 2. That's because it's drainage. You're not draining as much as you were in filling and having to have that kind of volume come out of that tub spout. Now you're just draining it out. So you can have an 1.5 inch trap and trap arm, 2 fixture units. Okay? So the bathtub is 2 fixture units. So far so good, right? Well, we got this guy right here, the shower. So let's take a look at our shower. And this is our shower right here. Check this out. The shower has a 2-inch minimum size trap and trap arm. That's simply because the actual basin of the shower pan, it's small. It doesn't retain as much water, and it doesn't have an overflow. So the bathtub can actually drain out at 1.5 inches, while the shower, because it has a smaller lip and a smaller surface area, they don't want that to overflow. So you're going to have to use 2-inch drain for that. But the shower is also 2 fixture units, which is right there. So we got 2 fixture units for the shower. All right, there you go. So that's done, like that's done, that's done, that's done. Let's go over here to the clothes washer and the laundry sink. The laundry sink, which is right here, also has notation 2, which is 2-inch minimum waste, but it's also 1.5 inches, so it's pretty much the exact same as a kitchen. See how it's got the 2 fixture units right there? And then it says with or without the discharge from a clothes washer. So regardless, your laundry sink is still 2-inch trap. I mean, 1.5 inch trap, 2-inch waste, 2 fixture units. Okay. Now let's look at the clothes washers. So since we're here, we'll go ahead and take a look at the clothes washer. Clothes washer is 2-inch trap and trap arm with 3 fixture units. And obviously, if you have a 2-inch trap and trap arm and 3 fixture unit value, this thing's pumping out the discharge. Okay. It's a steady volume coming out intermittently whenever you run it. And then the laundry sink is 2. So here we have our entire system, and I'm going to go ahead and now that we're done utilizing this table, excuse me, we can do away with that table, and so we'll push that off to the side. We don't need it anymore. I went ahead and circled some of the areas that I want to discuss and talk about. Okay, so this WCO is a wall cleanout, by the way. This circle is going to be my fixture unit value. And then this little area here is going to be for the size of pipe. To calculate your size, you have to go to table 703.2. Okay? Now this is our table, and this is this is it. This is as much of the table as we got. But we'll talk about that in a second. First, I want to talk about the fixed unit value here. What is on this piece of pipe? The waste goes out this way. So the flow of my waste is that way. Which means the only thing that's on this pipe is this water closet. So the fixed unit value is 3. Looking at this, I have on the top, up here, size of pipe. And then I have my maximum drainage piping units, vertical and horizontal. This is horizontal pipe. So I'm going to go across, I'm going to see 1 fixture unit, that ain't going to cut it. 1 fixture unit, that ain't going to cut it. 8 fixture units. That's 3 fixture units, so the 8 should work, right? Well, take a look at this, and this is the key. This is what's so vitally important when sizing waste and vent. You read these footnotes right here. This is 8, but this footnote is 3. So footnote 3 says, except for 6-unit traps or water closets. Well, isn't that a water closet right there? So this 3 fixture units does not apply right here, because that note 3 tells me it's not good for water closets. So I got to go to the next one, which is 35. And that's note 4. Note 4 says only 4 water closets or 6-unit traps allowed on a vertical pipe or stack, and not to exceed 3 water closets or 6-unit traps on a horizontal branch. Well, this is only 1, and I can do up to 3, so I'm good, right? That means 35 fixture units, bam, 3-inch pipe. So this is 3-inch pipe. Okay? What about here? What's on this piece of pipe? Well, my waste is coming this way. The bathtub's coming this way. The lab is coming this way. So this is going to be 3, 4, 6. So we're going to say this is 6 fixture units. At 6 fixture units, I have 1 water closet, a bathtub, and a lab. This doesn't allow me to do it because 8 fixture units ain't going to cut it with 1 water closet, because note 3 says I can't use water closet. So I go to, boom, it's 3-inch. 3-inch pipe, 6 fixture units. What about this guy? This piece of pipe right here. I got 2 for the kitchen sink. I got 1 for the bar sink. That's a total of 3 fixture units. At 3 fixture units, I can use my 2-inch pipe with 8 fixture units because none of them are 6-unit traps or water closets. So this is 2-inch pipe. Now over here, I have 6 fixture units here, 3-inch pipe. 3 fixture units here, 2-inch pipe. This one, if that's the case, this one's going to be 9 fixture units. Now, I've exceeded the 8 fixture units for my horizontal waste, so I got to go 3-inch anyways, regardless of the fact that I got the water closet up here at the upper end over here. So now we're sitting at 3-inch pipe, right? Over here, I have a water closet, lab, and shower. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still sitting at 6. 6. 8. So it's 2-inch, right? What's that? That's a water closet. So we can't, even though it's 6, we can't. This note, man, I'm telling you, that's going to screw everybody up. You don't pay attention to the notes. You have to pay attention to the notes. That's the key for sizing a waste and vent system. Okay? So now we have 6 fixed units here, 9 fixed units here. That means here I have a total fixed unit value of 15. And that fixed unit value of 15 has 2 water closets on it. I go to 35 and it says I can run up to 3. I can't exceed 3 water closets on a horizontal branch. So I'm good. It's 3 inch. So we're still sitting pretty at 3. Now let's do the clothes washer and the laundry sink. 3 fixture units, 2 fixture units, that gives me 5 fixture units. 5 fixture units, I can run, sorry about that. Here, let's move that down for you. On the horizontal, I can run with 5 fixture units, 2-inch pipe. So this is 2-inch pipe. Let's go to this one. This is a wet vented section, by the way. So you have 3 for the water closet, 1 for the lab. Total fixed unit value here is going to be 4. Water closet, the parameters for the water closet, again, note 3, right? Can't use the water closet on 2-inch pipe. So this bad boy is also 3-inch. So I have 15 here, 5 here. That makes this run 20. And it's still 3-inch pipe because the horizontal, maximum horizontal for 3-inch pipe is 35. And I cannot exceed 3 water closets. So this piece of pipe is 20 plus 4 for 24. And my pipe size is 3-inch. Okay? You go through and you systematically do one size at a time. And that's what you have to do. Let's talk about vents real quick. So the venting, we'll put the venting pieces in, let's do squares. What do you say? Let's do squares. So we'll put a square here, right? We'll put a square on this one here. We'll go ahead and put one here. You know what? We'll put it here. We'll put it right here. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and throw one here, just for the heck of it. And we'll put one over here. And for good measure, one more over here. Okay. So let's talk venting. So water sizing is a lot harder than waste and vent sizing, I'll tell you that. Most people have issues with the water more than any of the other systems. And it just takes practice. The waste and vent, it's just what's in it's what's in the pipe. It really is. It's not that hard. So this is the vent pipe right here. And the vent is going that way, right? Everything runs up and out through the roof, okay? Fixture unit value on this piece of pipe is 3 for the water closet as it's coming up and through, and then it picks up this vent, which is the lav, so that's 4 fixture units. So we're going to go ahead and put 4 right here. And as far as size goes, let's take a look. Vent piping, right here, horizontal and vertical. Maximum units and then maximum length. For vents, the size depends, the length of your vent depends on the size of the pipe. So here we have the horizontal and vertical, the maximum fixture unit length, let's see, 1 and then 8 for 1.5 pipe, 8 fixture units. We've got 4 fixture units there, but one of them is a water closet. Is the water closet thing work here? Note 3, bam, note 3, water closet, son of a gun. We got to go to 2-inch pipe. So this bad boy over here is 2-inch pipe. And then as this is coming over, it ties into the vent for the bath and goes up. So I had 4 fixture units there, 2 fixture units coming up for the bathtub, which means this vent up through the roof is a total of 6 fixture units. And since it has a water closet on it, it's a minimum of 2-inch pipe. So this thing is 2-inch. How about over here? This piece of vent pipe here. I've got a shower and a lab, right? So the shower, the vent's coming up and over, and it's just like the one before. The vent is going that way, right? The vent runs across. This 2 fixture unit bad boy picks up this 1 lab, which makes this 3 fixture units. And the size on this one, because it's 3 fixture units and no water closet is present, I can use 1.5-inch vent. So this is going to be 1.5 inches. Now we're tying these 3 fixture units into this vent coming up off this water closet, which makes this 3 for the water closet and 3 for this over here, and it makes it 6 fixture units. But because it has that water closet, even though the maximum for 1.5-inch vent is 8 fixture units, that water closet makes me run it in 2-inch. Okay, now we got these 2 over here that we're going to work on real quick. The laundry sink, 2 fixture units coming across, right? Is it tied into anything else, this vent running over? It's not tied to anything else. It is 2 fixture units. It's weird because you think, well, maybe the clothes washer is added onto it. No, the clothes washer is down here. And the vent for the clothes washer is going this way. And it runs up. Then it ties into this. And so the vent through the roof here is going to be 3 fixture units plus the 2 fixture units, making it 5 fixture units. Okay? Sorry, talked about the whole thing. Didn't even get to show you. I always do that. I'm so sorry for doing that to you. Recap, laundry sink's 2 fixture units. This whole run coming across is 2 fixture units. You would think the clothes washer being right underneath it ties into this vent, but it doesn't. It ties it in over here. This goes up. This comes across, ties into the clothes washer vent. So 3 for the vent and 2 for that vent make it 5. And since neither one of these is a water closet, you can inevitably run this 1.5 inch vent. This is essentially the whole system, pretty much. You know, a couple of things I didn't talk about, like, you know, the kitchen sink, 2 fixture units, right? Well, 2 fixture units on the drain line, guess what? It's going to be 2-inch pipe. However, vertical, coming through vertically, 1.5 inches, 2 fixture units. Oh, let me zoom that in for you. Vertical drain pipe, 2 fixture units can be 1.5 inches. So the kitchen sink, this guy here with 2 fixture units, I'm coming down vertically before I go horizontally. Sheer numbers dictate that horizontally, there is no 1.5 inch horizontal. Really. No, you're going to run it in 2 inch. But that notation too says right here, except for sinks, urinals, and dishwashers exceeding 1 fixture unit. Well, this is a sink that exceeds 1 fixture unit. I got to run that bad boy in 2-inch pipe. 2 fixture units, 2-inch pipe. So I believe that should be it for the lecture on sizing a waste and vent system. It's relatively easy, comparatively easy, and you just look at, like I said, the system just ahead, just upstream, 6 fixture units. Why? Because you have 3 here and you have 2, 1, 3 here. So that makes it 6. Just add as you go. Boom, 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 boom. Don't do this one first and then go back and do this one, because you can't do this one without doing that one. So that's it. I think we're done for the night. I will see you all the following week when we go ahead and start discussing indirect wastes and reviewing the Chapter 7, exam and quiz. So have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you Monday night.